Greetings everyone, my name's Aaron from the Soban Network and we are here for another mod showcase. Today we are going to be showing off for Hearts of Iron 4 the Black Ice mod, a total conversion mod that greatly expands things in there. It's also got a few mods in it, like other mods provided content for it for fair use, like the O Canada mod. And what it does is not only do they expand the national trees, but also it does expand technology. It does expand units you can produce, specialist units, and it gives you a whole lot of options. And national focuses are also kind of improved quite a bit. Like I said, the O Canada mod, or maybe I think it's the O Canada. Like there's a Canadian mod that kind of expands the national focuses for Canada, which is really nice. So let's just show this off. So in single player, with Black Ice, there's only 1936. Okay. Again, all nations are pretty much you can select. We're going to select the German Reich. We'll select that. I think there's some balances to China as well. But it's kind of like a mod that really kind of expands on things. I don't know. It gives you options. Like for the German military, like they get the Waffen SS, kind of like expansion. Even uniforms for them too. Like just to show like little logistics works. So let's show off a little bit. Now the big thing, already you can see that as an example, if you have played this game, you can actually see we have more research selections, and then we go into equipment. Now some nations actually have their own equipment specialty, but there is also this kind of general one. Also, like they also get for certain units, you know, they get oh, I'm having a brain fart here. It provides specific things to oh, I'm having such a brain fart right now. Like it gives like units, like their names. So you have the Car 98. Here's the going like World War II kind of era, and then it kind of goes into different equipment. And then you got like the G43, Panzerfaust, Panzerschreck, different models of the half tracks that came out, the Opel Blitz. Like even like different like paratrooper equipment. You can even get like commandos, and commandos are just like a support battalion. Support battalion, there's a few things. There's a flamethrower squad. A few of these are expanded just a little bit. There's recon company, cavalry. So there's a bit of options. Now, as you can see with this tech tree, because we are Germany, we don't actually get to select this. But for most nations, there's like the pre-war light tank series. There's cavalry tanks, which was in Doctrine, which was like your kind of breakthrough tank, and then a lot of people did a lot of infantry tanks. Then you have your medium tanks, which is like your Shermans. And then you have different support cars, light vehicles, the cable wagons, and then we have the tankettes. So different prototypes. I think this is like a stolen French one. Then you have your armored car, and then you go into artillery. Now there's multiple kinds of artillery. There's even multiple ways you gotta move your artillery. Horse artillery, and you have your lighter, medium, heavier. You got like coastal artillery, or railroad. Like there is a lot of like different options, and like even with the flak, like you get the light flak, which is like the 4 autocannon kind of set LMGs, and then you have the 88, which is nice, and then you got some of the bigger artillery. You got like but just better rocket artillery. You got even heavy anti-tank guns like the 88 PaK 43. Of course, you got your kind of traditional land doctrines. You have legacy ships. So you can actually have World War I stuff. And then it goes a little bit. One of the cool things is it does add escort carriers, which is nice. They're pretty much lighter carriers. They're smaller than what we would call a fleet carrier. And then there's more technology, like there's anti-air options, different anti-submarine. You have your naval doctrine. Air is pretty standard, nothing too much, but we'll actually get into specialists. Air doctrine, engineering hasn't changed. One of the biggest tabs is the industry tab, which really expands it. So you can actually build like small workshops that specialize in tanks, like the I'm trying to remember a tank company right now, like Kerp. Different manufacturers, like you can actually build these and they actually provide bonuses. Same for like submarine yards, naval workshops, and this does it for both concentrated industry and dispersed industry. And then you even have some more improvements, like you get up to like guilds and colleges. So you have that, and then you go into like your infrastructure tech. So this actually gives you like entrenchment building fortifications, dockyards, how quick you can build those, your recruitable population, attrition, medicine. So there's a lot of specialists here, which is kind of cool. And then you can get into like steel workshops, which gives you straight steel or synthetic oil experiments. So kind of expands some of the early stuff. So there's a lot of options there. If we get into our nationalist tree, the Germans. So you have the Panzer I and the Panzer II. And then you get into the specialists from here, the Panzer III, the Panzer II, so you can go down your light tank tree line still. And then you get into your medium tree. And what ends up happening is then you can kind of specialize your tanks. So you can still have Panzer IIIs. And then the heavy tank tree line. Still have your target, the low, so you have some of the experimental German stuff, including the Maus, which was they were prototyping at the end of the war. Your Panzer IV all the way to the J variant, Panther G. So you have your kind of tank options, and you can even make some of the variants, and it even has their names like the Marauder 2, the Wisp, the Flamingo, the Stug 3. So you can see you can get your Stugs, and I think then it goes into like the Stug 4, the Webelwerber, Nashorn, Ostwind, Bombard. I think they have the Storm Tiger and the Jag Tiger. So again, just specialist stuff that you can get. The Luftwaffe, look at these trees. Like it's absolutely amazing. So you have your BF 109. Which one is this? Oh, it's a light aircraft. It was Haeckel's competitor. So you can even go like some ahistoricals, biplane torpedo craft. You can even get into some of the heavy bomber. You got your ME, ME like jet aircraft, some of the late war stuff. Then you have the Kriegsmarine, so this is your submarine specialization. So it gets into that. Increasing your torpedo. You have your different types of submarines. You got your like mid-range, long-range subs. Like you can really bring up the sub warfare, and then you have like the late submarine. Italy, I think this is a work in progress here. Japanese armor, you can get into the specialist for that. Japanese aircraft. Japanese Navy. So there's some stuff that, like I said, it's in work in progress. And you have the specialists for the Russians, even some of their air power, British. I think this is your infantry support line. This is your kind of like, as I was talking before, your cruiser tanks. Then they got into the heavy infantry tanks. So you can even still kind of go down the route. And then you got into your actually a modern medium tank. U.S. armor. It goes into the whole thing. There was a lot experimental, and as an example, you get the LVTs, which were used for amphibious assaults, and you even get into some of the Sherman stuff, like with the 105 howitzer. So like it's like for clearing bunkers, HVs. I can't remember what that is. Wet rack. The up gun of the 76 Sherman. And then it leads to the jumbo. And then you got your heavy tank line, which gets into, let's see, M26. I think one of these is the Pershing. Get your light vehicles. French armor will eventually be done. French air, they got quite a bit. Different things. So, like I said, there's a lot of options. Let me see. I'm just double checking one thing, because I didn't see it. I may have this slightly outdated, so we'll have to see. Now the construction menu, quite a bit. But they did do something very nice. A lot of mods. I highly recommend this. They got into the kind of like the double bit. Now the equipment gets quite a bit. Uniforms, and it adds a lot. So like at first glance, it's like, oh my god, I have too many options, but it's nothing too bad. And then you got your kind of breakdown. Yeah, I think I gotta re-update this because it's missing SS divisions, it looks like. Methinks. And then we got our national focuses, so this is really expanded. So you got your fighter tree, your Wehrmacht, Heer expansion, land doctrine, infantry, Kampfgruppen, Panzer divisions. So it gives you some extra kind of options. You can go some ahistorical routes, like the you can still go the anti-communist pack, but you could also go for a treaty with the USSR, the Unholy Alliance. Different Vienna awards, Auschwitz. Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. You get the, let's see. I'm trying to remember the commands. Okay, so I wasn't wrong. There is some, you can do some of the, get the SS for some of the historical stuff. Trying to remember. Go to run, debug. Trying to remember a little cheat, because sometimes I just do this and do some testing. And now I'm trying to remember. Okay, hold on. I think it's focus on click, maybe? Okay. So you know what? We'll just do some speed time. Do some of the research. Not going too far. Got a lot of the Panzers. So here's some of the what do you call it? Some of the yards. So the U-boat yards, heavy aircraft factory, Panzer factories. As you can see, the uniform gives like less attrition. You can choose to act upon the knowledge of thinkers to gain a free focus. Oh. He was known from where he was both chief of the police and ministry. Okay. Alright, so we got our national focus. We'll grab another one. These actually don't take a little bit. So we get some of the historical stuff. I think, yeah, so we got the unit, so we get some of our elite German units. Yeah, some of them actually get some of the equipment right off the bat. Let's see, where the uniform. Oh, and I think that actually gives us, yeah, so you can actually do the regiment. So you get the infantry, motorized divisions, and I was trying to see if they also gave us some of the what you call it. So this gives you some of those historical divisions. Yeah. There's some of those. I think they're in the south. So let's just, like I said, this just lets you forest. You create some historical ones, then you get the different ones. So it's kind of cool that you get some of that. Like you can play some historical stuff, and I think that actually gave us new tech. Well, not just new equipment. There we go. Sometimes you gotta play some stuff before you can kind of look at it. So you can, like I said, you have a lot of options. If you want it, you can actually choose not to. You know, you have that option, and then you can have as many varied equipment as you want. You can just go like I said, you could go a it says, oh wow, completely undertrained. Oh, that's a garrison. Yeah. Yeah, that's terrible. What does that actually bring us? Oh, yeah. So this gets into the historical kind of stuff. So it's kind of cool because I'm not saying, you know, oh great, it's great to have, but no, it's like you can reenact some historical stuff. Also, with the Germans, you actually select your Panzer One, your Panzer Two, and then you'll select your Panzer Three. So you can actually make different divisions with different equipment. So you can actually do like Panzer Three, that's kind of like late war, that's like infantry support, or you can do it like. Does it make some micromanaging a little bit of a pain? Sure, you know, but you know, if you're going for, you're trying to make some ahistorical stuff happen, that's your option. So and then you got these kind of this stuff right here. So we got some free templates that we can play around with, and then you can, you know, like I said, you could do like ahistorical stuff. You could have gone for like let's see. Yeah, you got some of these events here. What's this? Oh yeah. So you get some different kind of commands. You can still do the Auschwitz, infantry expansion, Luftwaffe. You get some of the Westfall ports. You get some of the infrastructure kind of things going on in the industrial efforts. So like in this one, you kind of get some options. So this is kind of cool. All right, everyone. So with this, you know, I hope you enjoy this this mod review. This is one of my personal favorite mods. I'll probably be doing maybe a playthrough. I don't know who I want to play with, because there is like a mini expansion coming out. But you know, there's Canada, there's USFA, United Kingdom. We could even try to see if we can, as Poland, hold the line. You know, go for some ahistorical, see if we can do it, that sort of thing. But if you like this kind of stuff, let me know. And of course, if you enjoyed this mod review, please let me know. And please check out this mod. You can get it on Steam, the Steam Workshop, the Black Ice mod. Amazing modders. They did the Black Ice mod back on Hearts of Iron 3. One of my favorite mods, and this is stuff that kind of gets my kind of game on. All right, everyone. Hope you enjoy. I'll see everyone next time. As always, thank you for watching, and thank you for choosing the Soban Network. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Click that like button, and have a good night. Bye-bye.